Hello, beautiful, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world and this day becomes a very, very successful day for you and all of your beautiful, beautiful black loved ones. To be black and conscious on this plantation called America is to be in a constant state of rage. To be black and conscious, to be black and woke right here on this plantation called America is to be in a constant state of rage every day of my life. What we call history is perhaps a way of avoiding responsibility for what has happened is happening in time. What has happened to black folks in time and space is still happening to black folks, people that look like me, in time and space today. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, know that right here on this plantation called America, we have allowed the majority group, white folks, white people, those white people have allowed ignorance to be allied with power. That's what we have right here on this plantation called America. We have ignorance to the nth degree. We have racism to the nth degree, allied with power. Look what the moron did yesterday. He turned the military, federal law enforcement onto a peaceful protest in Lafayette Square in Washington, D.C. Trump, that idiot, turned military police, federal CIA agents, federal security forces, federal park rangers, turned them on the American people that was exercising their First Amendment right to protest, to free speech, etc., etc. When ignorance is allied with power, destruction is to be ensued. Destruction is to be propagated. Lies, deflections, denials, and projections will be proliferated. Hence is what we have seen out of the white boy house, out of the white racist Republican Party for the past 4 years now. When ignorance is allied with power, destruction will be propagated. in the past few weeks, we have once again shined a spotlight onto the tremendous injustices right here on this plantation called America. Yes, I stand in solidarity with those protesters and all of those black communities and communities who are voicing their anguish, their anger, and deep frustrations with the system that oppresses and devalue the lives of black folks, people that look like me. I stand against police brutality in all forms, anywhere, any place, anytime. I stand against a criminal justice system that disproportionately targets black folks, people that look like me. I stand against the widespread disenfranchisement of black folks and brown folks, communities whose voices are silenced at the polls, at the voting polls. Black folks and brown folks are disenfranchised politically. Black folks and brown folks are marginalized economically. When I support black communities, it is to me a moral imperative. It is a moral imperative from my perspective. And it also is a requirement of business. When I support black communities, when I support Black Lives Matter, it is a moral imperative. And it also is a requirement of businesses. You and I cannot fight for small businesses if we do not also fight for the empowerment of black business owners. The Paycheck Protection Program did not apply to black business owners. We cannot fight for small businesses unless we also fight for the empowerment of black business owners. We cannot hire and care for black employees unless we protect black lives everywhere. How can you care for black employees unless you are willing to protect black lives everywhere? None of us can be there for women employees unless we also stand up specifically for black women and all women. We must stand up for black women and all women. None of us can advocate for parents, How can you advocate for parents if you are not standing with black mothers, with black fathers who fear for the lives of their children being murdered, being publicly lynched by racist white cops? Yes, I support Black Lives Matter. It is the civil rights movement at this time. It is the civil rights movement at this time because it will address a fundamental inequality in our society, that black lives are too often devalued, undervalued. And that inspires me to want to support civil rights movements like Black Lives Matter. I believe that it is critical to provide support to all organizations that are working seriously for criminal justice reform, and those organizations that assist black-led institutions. And that is why I am speaking out. That is why I am financially supporting Black Lives Matter, our very important HBCUs, historical black colleges and universities. I will not support organizations that have sold out, that have forgotten about their loyalty to black folks, opting for money, fame, recognition, etc., etc. I am against police brutality in all forms, anywhere, anytime, in any space. That's what I have on this one. Please go to thethrasherway.libsyn.com. There you will have access to all that I do.